Welcome back. So you need to do the 2-point perspective. We finished 1 point, and now we're going to look at 2 point. We're going to do a city, which is a pretty common way to explore and look at 2-point perspective. So get your ruler out, your eraser and pencil, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start out with our white piece of paper and a horizon line. We're going to go ahead and put it up fairly high. Because we want to be able to fill all this with buildings. Really, that's just your vanishing points. Make 2 dots, one on each end, inside from the edge of the paper. Now the city will come forward and back in a V-shaped. I'm going to go like this so I can make sidewalks and stuff. So make a big triangle like that. Then I'm going to come in. Let's come in here. So that'll be a sidewalk. Okay. And if I want to do the street too, I could say it's going to be about that big. The other one just as big. Alright, to the vanishing point. Excuse me. Your first building is what I call making the Y. Go up about that far. Okay, I should do this upside down for you. For me, right side up for you. So you come up and then that's the height of your building, and then this side to the vanishing point, the width of my building, and this side the length of my building, and you have the makings of a cube. So the first part to close these 2 sides is pretty easy, just straight up and down. So let me just say that every line you make is either straight up and down or to one of the 2 vanishing points. Not until the very end we might start freehanding some things are they not straight up and down or to the vanishing point. So this side goes to this vanishing point, and the other side of the building goes to the other vanishing point over here. And where they intersect in the back, that's the back corner right there. So then there's the roof of your building. So on this particular high-rise, maybe we'll have just a bunch of windows. But you don't want to do all your windows the same, or it looks kind of funny. So these are the easy ones to make. So we'll start out that way. Still sick. Then to the other vanishing point. This way, as you get to the top, it's curving, and it'll match that top line here. Keep it lined up. Alright, there we go. Later on, you might write something like Chase Bank or something. So you can start to label these in a hospital and city court county building. Put a dome on the top with a flag, you know. So just start making buildings. The next one, you don't want to connect it here. You want to be able to put a road between them. So this line is the same as this one here that we're going to make. So we're going to come up a little taller as we go further back. Okay. So now this one, where before we had the bottom done for us, now we have to make our bottom for each side, at least this side. And then the top of the building, okay. Then the other way, again the Y here that we see. And the bottom is done for us really, right? Because we did the sidewalk. So now straight up and down with this one, right there. It's easier to add than subtract. And straight up and down on this one. You don't want to line these 2 lines up together. If this was going straight down with that line, it would look kind of funny. Overlap it. Then the top. So here's where it starts to get tricky. You don't want to get much higher than this building, or much closer to the horizon line, because it gets so skewed, the top, that it becomes hard to really make. So that's about as high as you want to make buildings below the horizon line. After that, take them right on up higher, up here. So we'll do one like that over here. So let's make again that center. Let's say this one's tall. A nice tall building. Way up here. So the Y now is kind of sagging, the two sides of it, to the vanishing point here, to the vanishing point there. Move right along when you don't have to guess where the lines go. So I don't want that to hit that, so I'm going to move it over a little bit. I have to lengthen this one. Oops, that could have been down. All right, here, straight up and down. Make your buildings straight up and down. So now we're going through the horizon line, so we can't see the horizon there through the building. Okay. Now this, again, we got to get our bottom on this building, going to this vanishing point, just like we did the bottom here. So now it looks like you could drive in here. So let's look at some sidewalks. You'll make more buildings, but if you go like this on the sidewalks, maybe there, it'll look like you can drive right in there. Take that off, wrap the sidewalk around the corner. Not cool? See that? And let's do this one over here. Oops. Drive right in there. Over here. Like that. The same thing here. And here. Okay. So we want about 6 buildings, some below, some above the horizon line. You can go right out the back here, behind these. Keep going down the side of the street. Let me look at some different kind of windows. It's fun to put like these cement structural things. Some straight up and down supports. This building will be a little different. Alright. So then your windows will skip over those as you go along on. Look at that. Like a hotel or something. That's details that make it look complete. Gives our eye something to look at. Much further here. Write something on the top. To show, like, to change the tops up a little bit, it's fun to put, so let's curve this like an oval and a dome. Gotta do it right side up here. That'll come up, curve, go down there. And then you just curve around these. That. Curve these down. And then you can put like a flag. Right. Banks love to pretend like they're patriotic. Stripes there. There we go. So as you get into the details, that's more freehanding stuff. Cars, and I don't know if you want to get into cars, that gets pretty hard. But elements on the buildings. So now let me show you a bunch of some that have been completed, and you can see what it should look like when you're done. Again, you don't have to color this. What we want to see is a lot of just detailed and a sharp tip pencil. Mechanical pencil does work good for this project because you don't have to shade it. Alright? Okay, have fun and enjoy. You know, in the end you'll be doing your mountain, your background here. Of course, you might have more buildings in the way there to erase. But all right, have fun. I'll show you some examples.